To the north of the Polynesian Triangle lies an island chain named Hawaii. On January 17, 1893, the Committee of Safety, a group that included 13 American men who handled laws, regulations, and constitutions, broke into Iolani Palace to illegally overthrow the Kingdom of Hawaii. The Hawaiian community was banned from participating in cultural activities such as speaking Olelo Hawaii, dancing hula, chanting known as oli, and other things that were seen as Hawaiian. Due to the overthrow of the Hawaiian government and the ban on cultural practices, Hawaiians collectively lost touch with their native culture. Around the year 1960, there were many activists starting to fight for Hawaiian rights, beginning with the movement to revitalize Olelo Hawaii through the teaching of the Hawaiian language. Another tactic that was heavily discussed amongst society was getting Hawaiian land back in Hawaiian ownership, which created a movement called Land Back. This movement has existed for many generations, for all indigenous land to get back into indigenous hands. In preparation of Hawaii reclaiming its independence from the United States of America, several political and lifestyle factors must be discussed, such as how other countries have executed this same transition, how the diet of the Hawaiian community will be impacted, and how the education system will change to revitalize the native culture of this Aina. Algeria, a country in Africa, was once taken over by France on June 22, 1834. While they were under French occupation, the people of Algeria suffered a ton of abuse from France. Then there was a war between Algeria and France. Algeria won and regained their independence. Once Algeria regained the country's independence, a large number of French people were exiled from the land, including the people with French heritage who grew up in Algeria and had family there were forced out. This is a conversation that is discussed amongst the Hawaiian community. There are numerous Hawaii residents that are allies of the Hawaiian community in regard to the fight for sovereignty and native Hawaiian rights. In regaining Hawaiian independence, a plan would need to be set in place to avoid families from being separated, as it occurred in Algeria. In addition to a change of residence upon Hawaii regaining independence, the Hawaiian diet would change as well. Prior to the overthrow of Hawaii, the diet here was strictly kalo, uala, ulu, limu, banana, fish, chicken, coconut, pig, along with other seafood and greens. There was also a couple system where men and women were told what they could and could not eat, and where they were allowed to eat, because men and women were not allowed to eat under the same roof. If the rules were broken, they would be assassinated. A study showed that the diet of native Hawaiian people was very healthy with what they had. After the overthrow, it is now shown that many Hawaiians deal with health issues. These health concerns are a result of the many different American food industries that conduct business here in Hawaii, including fast food restaurants like McDonald's and more. A debated topic amongst the Hawaiian community is whether or not the Hawaiian diet would return to native Hawaiian cuisine and practices, because 98% of our food is imported from the continent. My tutu from my dad's side has started to incorporate ulu and uala in a lot of her recipes. She says that it's very important to eat what our ancestors ate and that we should all get used to eating traditional Hawaiian food. Although the Hawaiian diet and what it would entail upon Hawaii regaining independence is a conversation that is emerging, the movement to revitalize Olelo Hawaii can be seen in Hawaiian immersion schools across Hawaii. Any language in the world is special and important to the person who speaks it. It is their way of expressing themselves, to tell stories, to communicate with one another, and to show love with their words. Olelo Hawaii is what was used by the native Hawaiian people. They created chants and songs along with the dances to tell stories. After foreign contact and when missionaries helped our kupuna create an alphabet, Hawaiians became the most literate people in the world. After the overthrow, our language was banned. Our kupuna could no longer speak the language, and if they tried, they would be punished for it. This went on for 91 years, and Olelo Hawaii almost went extinct. In the year 1978, it was officially a language once again, and in the year 1984, the first Aha Punana was created. It was the birth of Hawaiian immersion schools. Till this day, Native Hawaiians are still trying to spread Olelo Hawaii as much as possible, so we do not have to go through the pain that our ancestors had gone through. English is said to be important to learn because it is more well known than the other languages, but learning Olelo Hawaii and other indigenous languages can help revive what was once forgotten. After everything Hawaii has been through, before the overthrow and after, Hawaiians will always fight for what is right and what they believe in. Even if they never get land back, Hawaiians will always envision and imagine a Hawaii where it is sovereign. Everyone protests for land back, but what will Hawaiians do with their land back? They can always fit traditional Hawaiian things into modern day products. For example, making clothing with Hawaiian prints and designs, including native Hawaiian diet into our everyday diet, and speaking more Olelo if you are able to. And if you can't, take the time to learn. We can also give back to the Aina that birthed each and every one of us by doing community work here in Hawaii. Let's ask ourselves this. When we think of Hawaii regaining independence, do you think about going back to the old and traditional ways of Hawaii? Or do you think about moving on with what was given to us by the United States of America?